Hi everyone. Today I will talk about Ficus UI, which is a ReactNative UI library that we have developed in open source. So the subject is how to use Ficus UI to simplify the UI and style on ReactNative. So who am I? Today I'm the backup man. I'm also a full stack developer at Bear Studio. So company in France, Hugo just presented just before. So one issue that we had on React Native, because we have worked on several mobile applications for several context clients. So one main issue that we had is the style on React Native and the UI globally, because the bare metal React Native library gives only few minimalist components for the UI. And after, if you want to add some style on those components, then it's pretty hard. You have to create style sheets, so JavaScript objects containing some style props. So, for example, if I want to style this component, this small text in red, I have to declare it here in my style sheet. So I have to declare red color red. And after, same for big blue and other text. So for every small style that I want to add, I have to declare a lot of components like this of those objects. Also, one point, React Native is compatible with most known CSS attributes to help web developers to work on native applications, so for Android and iOS. It's really small things to do style in React Native. And on the web side, for developers working on web applications, there are much more stuff to work on UI, especially great UI libraries. One that we really love at Bear Studio is Chakra UI. So Chakra UI helps you to define your theme, so you can add your colors palettes for green, teal, for example, if you want to add it. And then you can call those values directly on the style props on your component. For example, here, if I want to use the teal, this variant, I have just to do teal dot 300 to have the value from the theme. And here, for example, if I want to define a simple box, so a div in HTML, in red with the background tomato full width, I just have to put this. I have shortcuts, so I call the box component from Chakra UI. I define the background with only the shortcut BG, and I apply here the color tomato. For full width, I just have to put W for the shortcut for width with the value 100%. Same for padding with the P and after the color. So with shortcuts, the developer experience is better and it's easy. You can develop fastly your interface. And so when the web developer comes to the mobile world, comes to React Native, is kind of lost. He's like, where I am, because he has to do all of this as I've shown. He has to create a lot of JavaScript components, JavaScript objects, just to define the style. On React Native, before Ficus UI, there were a lot of good UI libraries, and also now I will show you the main known UI libraries on React Native and show the differences of visions between Ficus UI and those ones, and why we have created Ficus UI. So the first one is Magnus UI. It was a really good one, a small one that gives only small components but very composable. It's very easy to style them. We have also the concept of inline props like Chakra UI. The only issue now is that it's no more maintained from 3 years from now. So one example of Magnus code. So here, as you can see, it's pretty similar like Chakra UI. We have the notion, so as I said, we have the notion of inline props. I can pass some attributes, some style props, and with shortcuts. For example, here for padding button, I can use PEB with the value from theme XL. Same for margins, same for backgrounds, and all of it. Then we have native base, which is a big one. So as Magnus, native base is no more maintained. It has been given up by the team that has developed native base for another library that I will present just after. But native base offers a lot of components, very detailed. Also, there were a premium version of native base with more complex components. And native base has introduced the responsive that was missing on the ReactNative bare metal. Because yes, we can have responsive also on the mobile world. We can have the small phones, more larger phones, and now for phones, foldables, tablets, and all of this, a large gamut of larger spectrum of a device. And the thing, and the main issue of native base was the Android performances, especially. So here, an example of native base code. So as you can see, it's pretty much similar like Chakra UI. Now, the new vibe on ReactNative is the ReactNative web libraries, because the ReactNative community has developed side libraries to ReactNative to have more targets, because by default with ReactNative you can develop Android and iOS applications, but some people wanted also to use the same code to deploy on the web navigators. So after you have a project with ReactNative Web that can work on Android, iOS, and the web. And so the two most popular libraries like this are GlueStack UI and Tamag UI. GlueStack UI is the next version of native base. It's the same people that have built native base that are building now GlueStack, so all new library. And those ones are very good. You have a large support, you will have a lot of components, but it's just on the syntax that it's not pretty the same as Chakra UI, because there are some dollars to access props, some different naming to manage the responsive. So for us it wasn't the way that we like to use UI components. And the new one is native wine. Sorry. So native wine, I think now currently is the most popular UI library for ReactNative. It's just Tailwind for ReactNative. So you see when you do web development on a React web, for example, and you use Tailwind, so you can use the class name directly to style the components style. So you can do the same with native wine on the ReactNative. And it's just that, on my personal opinion, I don't like to style the components like this. I prefer the system of Chakra UI with one inline prop per style. So that's why that we have started with some colleagues the Ficus UI project. So it's an open source library. The first version was a fork of Magnus UI, because honestly, the code of Magnus UI was very easy to understand. The props management and all of it was really easy, so it was easy to integrate after our new vision. So we have rewritten some components to follow the API from Chakra UI. And also then we have added our new components to add more features to the library. And also the vision of Ficus UI is to manage the existing components of ReactNative. So because ReactNative gives also some useful components. that are important for native world. So we manage also them on Ficus UI, and you can style them with the inline props, the same system. And same for other libraries, because with the experience that we have on the mobile part, we know which features are important in mobile applications. So for the most important libraries that we know, components, we have added them on Ficus UI. So let's see Ficus UI in action now. So here on the left, you have an example of a ReactNative bare metal code, okay, with the classic way to do style, the basic way to do style on ReactNative. So as you can see, we need a big styled object also to manage the shadows directly on the components. And here on the right, it's the Ficus UI version. So as you can see, it's shorter. With the shortcuts, the theme definitions, we can have a less code after when we develop. So we take less time to develop the apps. So now it's the moment for the demo. I will present in first the documentation, and just after a small code demo of Ficus UI in action. Okay, so let's see the documentation. So first part, okay, so here's a small example of a card that you can display on a Ficus UI. So we manage the responsive also, as it has been done on a native base, for example. So in first, we have a small device, for example, mobile, an iPhone, for example. So here we have all the cards and the search that taking the full width. But after, if I am after on the tablet, for example, a phone, the cards are in columns, and so I can have several cards after on the same line, on the same row, and the search is not taking no more the full width. So how we can do that? For example, here the flex direction on this box containing the cards. So here I pass an array of different values, and Ficus UI will understand that by default flex direction will be by column, so I can have here only one card displayed, but after on a row on greater screen device, and like this I can have after several cards on the same row. Let's see some of the parts. So to get started, so pretty simple to install. Just choose your own package manager. So between PNPM, NPM, and Yarn, you can install the library like this. If you're on bare metal, you need to install the pods also to do a pod install, but not necessary on Expo with ExpoGo. And then the only thing that you have to do to add it to your ReactNative project is to wrap your application code with the Ficus provider. Then with the Ficus provider, you can also customize the theme. So here, for example, I can create a new colors palette, new color swatch. So here, for example, the violet. Then we can define new font size, new spacing size, and then we can define also give default new base style for all the components. And you can also, you have more customization for every component you can check after the documentation. The idea is that you can customize everything directly in the default theme. The responsive, so two ways to do responsive, as I just shown you before. An object with the property names. Okay, on the base, on the smaller screen device, I want the color blue, 500 from my theme. And after a small device, so greater screen device, I want red, for example. And this, I can do the same with only an array and no more object with property names. We manage also from the V2 of Ficus UI, we manage now the dark mode. So you can pass, for example, here. So from the theme, but also here on the box, for example, here I can overwrite the inline props directly here with this object underscore dark. So when the font will be in dark mode, then this background will be applied. a new method also on the V2 of the Ficus is the Ficus method. This method is really useful because you can sort of wrap any React Native component. For example, this view is a component from React Native. So you can wrap it with the Ficus method, pass some base style. For example, here I want it to be totally round with the background red. So I can apply the base style here. And after, also the custom view, after my component, I can use it as any Ficus UI component. So I can also pass all non-inline props to it. And I can also use the theme values. Some components here very quickly. So avatar. So on the documentation, all examples are directly editable. So here, for example, if I want to change the size, I can do it and it will refresh. All the components are displayed with React Native Web. We target mainly Android and iOS, but we also support the web. It's just that our vision is that it's not the main target. So we focus on priority on Android and iOS. So we have also the badge, also very useful for the apps. Image components. We have the models. So a classic model like this, a blank model. And we have also the draggable model here that is slightly different because here it's just that you can drag it, you can swipe it with gestures. So this is very useful now. It is a common pattern on mobile apps. And also with the models, we have implemented the use disclosure hook that helps you to just manage simply the states of the model. So is open Boolean and two methods, on open and on close to change this state easily. And you have all the necessary inputs also, so checkbox. So for checkbox, yes, we manage different sizes also directly in the theme. You can change the colors with the color scheme. Color scheme is pretty common in Ficus UI. You can use a lot of times the color scheme to change the main color of the component. And you can also totally customize the custom render of the checkbox. Same for radio. Radio is like a copy of a checkbox, just a radio component. So also different sizes. And if you want custom render. And same, you can use the color scheme to change the color. Same for the inputs also here. Here, same color scheme. If I want on the focus to be red instead of the default blue. We have also pin inputs. So pin inputs is very common on mobile apps. If you have to type a code to validate an action, if the user needs to validate something to log in. So the same here, I can tap and we have a main color that can be changed with the color scheme. For example, here, color scheme orange, I can change it. So for example, pin input, draggable model, some of those components are based on another libraries. It's just that we wrap it inside Ficus and also rewritten the API. Like this, it can be used as you can use it on Jquery UI. We have also slider and the switch, a small switch here with an animation to use it on mobile. And the common components, also all the layout components. So as I've shown you, the box, which is like a div in a Ficus, in HTML. We can apply the shadow. On shadow, we have made some work because by default shadows are complicated in React Native. You have to write some code for iOS and different code for Android. So here it's the Ficus UI do this job for you. For center, flex. We have also the stacks. So horizontal stack, if I want to display several items on the same row with a spacing, for example, here the spacing 10, so I will have 10 space between every item. Same vertical stack with the V stack. We have the tabs also that are very useful. Common case in mobile app. So you have the tabs with the same API as Jquery UI. We have also the list, because list is a real issue on the React Native, because you cannot do as you do on the React Classic Web on the web. You can do a map to display different items. It's not good in performance when you have an app in production. So the best way is to use flat list and section list, very common components from React Native. So we also wrap those components inside the Ficus UI. Just flat list is list in Ficus UI, and you can then use it as you use a flat list, and just that you have also the inline props directly on this component. Same for section list. And we have added also the flash list, which is flash list is a component from Shopify team to a very large list. For example, on Instagram app, when you scroll on a lot of images, it can be a performance issue. So flash list will do the job for you. And then the touchable buttons with full width, only with the full here prop. Different sizes managed, different variants. So all of it exists in Ficus UI. And also the touchable common components from React Native, and some hooks also. So use theme to just access the values from the theme. Color mode to have access to the state of the color mode of Ficus UI. So is the application in light mode or dark mode? The use color mode value, useful hook. It just with that you can define the right value for your variable if you are in light mode or if you are in dark mode. So for example, here the text color is better, that will be dark, black. For example, when I am in white mode, in light mode, sorry. But when I am in dark mode, everything is black, but so my text must be white to be visible. Use media query to check, okay, for the responsive, is it a small screen or big screen? And use toast to, based on React Native toast message, to display toast message to the user. Okay, you have an error. Okay, the action is good. It's a successful action, for example. And I use disclosure as I have shown you. I will now do a small, very small code presentation. So here on the right, I have a small application generated yesterday by Bolt, so the AI agent Bolt. Bolt has has used only the bare metal React Native library with only style. So here, as you can see, for example, here the resize card, which is this component, to present only quickly a resize. So it's only React Native code, and also my styles. Yeah, and here I have a huge styles object I haven't shown you. This is the default way to do style in React Native. So we will just rework some parts in Ficus UI to see the difference. So, for example, here on the touchable opacity, so I can change the imports now. I will remove touchable opacity here, and then I will re-import it. Yes. Cheers. Okay, so now the import is good. The import is from now React Native Ficus UI that I have already installed inside the project. So as you can see, I've changed the import and it's still working because touchable opacity is also existing in Ficus UI with the same API, just that we have new props available on this component. So I will check just the style applied by Bolt on this component. So this port is only for the shadow. I just want to add some shadow on the component. So I will define also the shadow here on my side now with the Ficus way to do shadow. And I can directly use MD to say, okay, I just want a medium shadow, okay, so small, medium shadow. Then I can remove that, so now, okay. Just check if it's loaded. Okay, so now it's good. I will add some background because the background was white before, so now it's again white. The border radius, so I can define, for example, 2XL. It was the same value as used by Bolt, and it was also yes, margin bottom. It was 20. I will put also I can also put directly int values to if I want some precise value. So now I can remove this block. This is no more needed. I can remove it. So here I have removed several lines, and now I have only one line to do the same. Same for the images, for example. So here I will change the imports. So image can be imported now from Ficus UI. Same for the text, and that will be good for now. Okay, so still it's working. Now, sorry, I want to change the image style. So the image style was width 100%. It's 200, and also you see here we need two definitions. We need to define in style sheet border top left radius and border top right radius to apply just the radius here on top of the image. So I will remove it and I will replace it. So the full width, so I can do here with the shortcut W 100%. I can then the 8 is 200, and as we said, the border top. As you can see, we have TypeScript on all the libraries, so you have auto completion on all available props. And I can use border top radius directly to manage left and right. Okay, so I can put the value, and then also I can use the value from the theme, the 2XL. Then here under cart content, containing these three items: description, the title, information on the recipe, and the small badge. I can replace this with vertical stack, VStack. Why? Because to add the padding, the margin between all the items, Bolt has added directly with margin bottom on each item. So margin bottom 8 here. We have also here margin bottom 8, margin bottom 12. So each time you need to put a margin bottom manually. So what we can do is remove that, put a VStack. Here, just keep with that. Put it here. Now I can put a small spacing, for example, MD, I think will be enough. I have to put again some padding inside the components, so AG, to have a large padding. But it's just that with the shortcut it's easier. So that's it. Now I can remove the margin bottoms. Here. Greeting, no, not on greeting. Yes, okay. So here now I have the same spacing, but with my shortcuts from Ficus UI. I can do the same also here for these two items. So it's yes, them. I can use now H stack for horizontal stack. Just for the import. Okay. I will have the same spacing, I think MD, and on meta item here, I will not rework this one, but I can remove then the margin white. That it was the same idea, putting manually a margin white, and now instead we can just use the H stack component. And that's it. And the last one is this one, the badge. So Bolt has recreated full new badge components. We can do the same with Ficus, but only with here the badge component from Ficus. I can here take the content, the text inside the badge directly in the children, and to have the same aspect, it was yes. This I can use this condition. So I will change the color scheme of the badge. with the same condition. So here, for example, can remove this value. Just put green when it's easy recipe, and when it's a hard recipe, medium, I will put red, and then I can remove all of it. Okay, so now I have a badge. It's not exactly the same, but I can after add some style on my badge components. Same idea. Here I can put the border radius, new border radius directly on the badge. Add some padding. Or maybe it's not working. This one. Okay, I will check later on the library to the fix. But you have the idea. You can do style really easy on your applications now with Ficus UI. So I will go back to the slide. Small information on the production experience with Ficus. So now we have 3 apps developed. We have developed 3 applications at the studio for our clients. So they are in production. It's working pretty well. Just of course we have detected some bugs on the first version from some props. It was mainly on consistency between components. So now this is fixed, and we have totally reworked the code base of the library on the second version, on the V2. And now the idea of the project is to add new components, examples on the documentation to have a more production-ready library. Also, we have made some fun tests with the Vision Pro. There is an existing project, ReactNative Vision Pro, developed by the community that supports. That gives support of ReactNative on the Vision Pro, so you can use the ReactNative code. And by default, Ficus UI is working pretty well in 2 dimensions. If you want to do the same as you can do on mobile interfaces on the Vision Pro. But also we have made some play with the native code, the Swift code of the Vision Pro, and we have added on the Ficus UI a depth property as width 8. You can then also add that, so you can have after in 3D a rectangle, for example, here a cube here. And also here it's fun because as you can see, we can also add the H stack. So here I have rectangles on the same row with the H stack component, as you have seen before. So that's it for me now. You can access the Ficus UI library on GitHub, and also you can see the documentation, the QR code. It's the ficusui.com. All is an open source on the MIT license, so you can use it as you want. Ficus UI is also integrated inside our starter. Start UI native. Hugo just presented before the Start UI web starter, but we have also a native version for React Native. It's the same idea. It will brings login, register, profile, account screens that we need in all applications, and with a stack already set up for your project. So you can test it also here, the QR code. And that's it. I have some stickers also if you want. There are also stickers. There were a sticker, I think, on the entrance table. So you can ask me if you want, and I'm available for your questions. Thank you.